And I'm just gonna go ahead and add my chocolate chips now. Making sure I'm rolling it all into there. I'm gonna sit this down. Then I'm just going to go ahead and press this out. So after we've shaped our dough to a nice little square, we're gonna take our 4 Reese and go right on the inside of our dough, give it a small press. And then we'll take that second half of that dough, we'll flip that right over our Reese's. I'm gonna just lightly press to lock that in. And then we're gonna take a baking sheet and just transfer it right on the baking sheet straight to the oven. So you're gonna put this into a preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. So we'll set our cookie down and let that cool. I have my Black Panther mask here. And I also have my brownie mix that I have put into a batter that's gonna be something like cake pop dough. And we're just going to start to press this right over our mask. I'm gonna make sure we get our shape going first, especially around the ears. Okay, so we're just gonna finish putting the last of our brownie onto our mask. Then we're gonna go ahead and take some plastic. We're gonna cover the whole mask. Then we're gonna turn this over. And then we're going to add our ice cream. So we have some vanilla Haagen-Dazs here, and we've softened it. And we're just going to go ahead and place our ice cream right inside of our mask. And then we're just going to evenly spread this. Then we're going to take another piece of plastic. And we're gonna go right over this part and we're gonna cover that so we ensure no spillage. And then we're just gonna place this in the freezer and let that ice cream and the mask get hard. So here I have my brownie mask, which I removed my ice cream and put that back in the freezer so it can stay nice and cold. And we're just gonna go ahead and put this one completely in chocolate. And you want to make sure you get each side nice and covered. And then we're gonna move this straight to a rack, lay it nice and flat. So here our chocolate has set and I have some icing in a bag. And I'm just gonna use my mask as a template to go ahead and make the same marks. And I'm just gonna use my mask as a template to go ahead and make the same marks as our mask. So I kind of want to make the same marks as my mask. And then I'll come right in the front and I'll go ahead and make this last line here. Also, okay, so we're just gonna make our last line just a little thicker. Place it right over our ice cream. And there you have it, your Black Panther mask brookie.
With our jello, so I'm just gonna pour the green and the blue into 2 glasses. Perfect. I'm gonna add some boiling water into the first one, to the second as well. Really good. And we're gonna add some cold water to the mix. We're gonna mix the 2 jello together. So green and blue, make sure that the powder is well mixing. So once you have your powder melt, we're gonna add into the big jar. So I made some just before to have enough to create the nice effect that we're looking for. Perfect. And we're gonna keep going with making the cake. So I have my cake here that I cut a little bit here. So we're just gonna take out this part and we're gonna put it in the top, just like that. So we're gonna create this effect to have like a mountain. So we're gonna put in here and going up. I wanna cover the entire cake with this buttercream. So we have colored the buttercream into a gray to have a stone effect. And with a spatula, we're just gonna smooth the cream. So I want the cream not be perfectly flat, because you know when you have a mountain, perfect. So now we have smooth our cake, it's perfect. I'm gonna take here my sponge, so a little piece of sponge that I'm gonna dip into icing sugar, and we're just gonna create some effect like that. Perfect. So we want something like to have, like to make some like, even like it was a mountain exactly, and that's perfect. I'm gonna add now some nice shells, so you can just create a nice effect. Remember, Pandora is something that doesn't exist anywhere else, so just be wild on everything you want. There you go. Maybe some shells here as well. Gonna just stick to the buttercream, a little one here. Once you have your cake like this, we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it into a fish tank. Yes, you heard it right. So really be careful with your cake. We don't want to smash everything. And we're gonna take our fake edible mousse. So just like do whatever you want. Like it's just mousse that are gonna go with a tree, so you can put all over the place right there. So we have the mousse here at the top. And with the rest of the cake, I made some little stones. So just put the stone like this. And now we're gonna put our jello inside the fish tank. Really carefully. We're gonna fill the entire thing. So we're gonna start with the blue, beautiful color, and we're gonna marble it with the green. So we're gonna have this turquoise water. It's gonna be amazing. Perfect, awesome. We're gonna let everything set on the side and move on with our tree. So here I have my melted chocolate. So we're just gonna do like small little thing like this into a large bowl of water. We want something really nice here. And we keep going. There we go. We're gonna do the branch right there. Can make some little details. So you'll tell me chocolate and water is not working together. I'll tell you that it's worked perfectly. You just need to have a really large amount of ice cube. That's the most important. The water needs to be really, really cold to be able to freeze the chocolate instantly. There we go. A little bit more in the top here. Once you have the base here, we're just gonna dip into the ice cube, just like that. And we're gonna keep going on the side, just like this. Perfect. So now our tree is perfect. Look at this amazing 3D tree that we made. We're gonna leave it on the side just like that and move on with the fondant and food coloring. Now we're gonna dye our fondant. So I'm just gonna put a little bit like this, and we're gonna start mixing together the food coloring and the fondant. So you're gonna see, doing like this, we're gonna have purple and pink coming in inside. Perfect. I use gloves, obviously, because it's a bit dirty. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So I want to make sure that I have a really thin, and we're gonna put it into this fondant press. Perfect. I'm gonna put this here, and we're gonna press everything directly at the top of the plate. It's gonna be exactly the shape that we want. Really nice. And we're gonna do exactly the same back here. We're gonna cut, and I'm going to show you what it did, so you can see that we have really nice little string. And we're gonna create our tree now. And now we're gonna create a wa, so the famous avatar tree, by taking the little string like that, and we're gonna pour them directly into the tree like that. So we want the string to be different size. So you see I put all over here. Perfect. Our tree is ready now. We're gonna move on to the cake. And now we're ready to put our tree on our Pandora island. It's really fragile, so be careful. We're gonna put it here. Make sure that it stay on the mousse. Perfect. Look at this amazing.
Okay, see how beautiful is that? All right, let's take some balloons, very small ones. Dip it in chocolate. All right, make sure to coat them evenly. Remove all the excess from the balloon. We'll put them right this way in our paper. Same thing with the other balloons. Okay. Okay, let's take the last one. Put them with the yellow one. Hopla. I'm going to put it right on top of this. Let's do the same thing with every other balloons. Red one. Blue one is fine. Up. There we go. See how beautiful that is? Okay, come with me. Let's put everything in the fridge for at least an hour. We have this beautiful cake right at the oven. It's cold. First things first, we have to cut it in this triangular shape. The other side. See, the cake is already moist. It's exactly what we want. Okay, now come here. Put it this in this plate. I have a cream of chocolate. The recipe is on the website also. Voila. And then put some cream on every side. Put some on top. Going to equalize everything. All right, nice and perfect, very slick. Take the computer. I have my computer. Put it this way. Put this plastic thing in the screen, just like this. Tilt the screen and you see there's an image of the house in the movie, exactly the same image. First of all, we're gonna start with drawing onto the plastic. Up, nice and very detailed. All right, let's remove this. We have every single bit of chocolate. Let's take this one, put it everything, put it on top so everything is flat. Very important. Okay, I'm back with the chocolate. Look at this beauty. Very cool, huh? All right, you're gonna stick it directly into our cake. Remember our beautiful cake. Let's put the roof just right there. Same thing with the chimney. Just like so. Okay, now just a little bit of decoration with grass. Okay, let's finish up this grass. Beautiful, very pastel. Okay, let's put everything here. See the contrast? Beautiful. Let's add up these.